Hi, welcome back to the orchard. We're talking about a group of fruits that are largely forgotten now, and these are the medieval fruits that I'm holding, and they're a remarkable bunch. I've got a medlar, what a beautiful fruit, a sugar substitute, very popular in the medieval diet, and I'll explain why in a minute. We've got a quince, look at that beautiful fruit, warden pear, black Worcester, and the fabled costard, almost extinct but rescued by Burnwood Nurseries, and what an amazing story this apple has to tell us. So why are these apples so important? Why are these fruits so important? Well, one of the reasons is they're particularly good for people who might suffer from leaky gut syndrome because they're very low in lectins, and they're extremely good for your diet. Another great thing about them is they can all be grown all over the UK. They can be grown in cold parts of the UK, hot parts. They're able to withstand drought. They've come through various types of climate change over a very long period, since the medieval period, where we've had very cold periods and very hot periods. We know they survived all of those. And what's so exciting about them is they're easy to cook with. They can be used for savoury dishes, but they can also be used as dessert. They also keep very well. Many of them, for example, the costard can keep right the way through the winter till early spring, as can the black Worcester pear. That means you can keep them in refrigeration if you want, or no refrigeration, which means that they can be stored at 0 carbon. What an amazing concept that is when you compare that to modern apples, for example, that might be stored for a whole year in a cold store before they're used. So if you look at the medlar, it's a beautiful fruit. It's really useful for making sauces. It's also a sugar substitute. So if you don't like sugar, you can use this in your diet, and it's extremely useful, but you have to blet them first, let the cold partly mash them up, decompose them, we call it bletting, and you can do that in a freezer, or you can let it happen on the tree, then pick them, which is what I do. This black Worcester is an amazing fruit because it's a potato substitute. It was taken on long voyages, as we've said before, and it's a really good lectin-free potato substitute. The costard apple, of course, rescued now, strange shape, they're all very different. What made it so popular in the 1200s, particularly on long journeys, was its keeping ability. And it was used by Edward I in one of his campaigns when he was attacking Scotland. He ordered up a whole load of these costard apples. And we've rescued them because they're so useful, they have an amazing flavour. And finally the quince, which of course is extremely useful in savoury dishes, but can be used in desserts, has a flavour a bit like mango or passion flower combined. Almost a tropical fruit, but grown in this much colder climate that we have here. These are really important potential fruits of the future, the medieval fruits.